Are you happy in your business? Now, I have had my share of emotional ups and downs in my 20 years of being a solo entrepreneur coach. And the patterns I've seen in myself and in my clients is that those downs are usually when I was personally feeling unfulfilled. Sometimes it was because a launch that flopped, and sometimes it was just life and had nothing to do with business. But those ups, oh boy, those are the times when I was feeling my most authentic and completely aligned to my purpose, or when I just felt like I was rocking that work-life balance. I would be thinking I could do this all day long and never feel tired. One of my loves is sharing what works for me and what has been working for my clients to achieve this very feeling, full of passion, happiness, peace, and freedom. So I decided to create a private podcast for coaches. Maybe you just want to develop better communication skills that boosts engagement, leads to better results, and makes you feel like you're actually making a difference in the lives of the people you serve. Then you're invited too. We talk about this and more in the UBU private podcast for coaches. Whether you're a mentor, a parent, or run a client-focused business, coaching skills benefit everyone and anyone who wants to communicate in a way that builds relationships. Fall in love with your life and business again. Click the link in the show notes for your invitation to join us right now. Then come back and enjoy this episode. Hey, difference maker. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about 3 really easy ways for you to feel happy no matter what. It doesn't matter what circumstances are happening in your life. It doesn't matter what has happened in your past or disappointments. You can be empowered to feel happy. And I'm also excited about updating you on what I have been doing during my year of Jubilee personally, and it does impact my business, and I'm really excited about that too. So I've been enrolled into a program, and now I am officially an NLP Master Practitioner. And I'm very excited about being able to offer an Enneagram NLP certification course as a part of the UBU Unbox University Coach Certification Program. That's going to be launching in 2024. So if you are interested, please sign up for the information list, or you can go ahead and apply and reserve your spot. It's going to fill up fast. And I'm not going to take a whole lot of people the first go around because we're still going to have to work some kinks out of it. You can also send me a message or an email. Just go to powercoachjen.com, click on my face, and let me know if that is something you want to get on the ground level of. Probably the most validating piece of information that I learned during my NLP training was how important our words are when it comes to how we experience life. So much of the course validated what I wrote in my book, The Secret to Being You, using brain science and the 9 acknowledgement languages to unbox your Enneagram, because it's so important about the words that we speak to ourselves. If you're new to NLP, it stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming, and I'm very excited to be able to add this accolade to my practice so that I can pass it on to you guys who are also wanting to go out there and make a difference in the world. Now, let's get back to the 3 easy ways to feel happier in your life, no matter what your circumstances are. And I'm going to throw in a bonus 4th. So let's go ahead and get started. It's time to stop comparing yourself to others and plug in to what is uniquely you. Welcome to Unbox Your Personality, the podcast for coaches, creatives, and educators like you who understand that your happiness makes you more effective at what you do, bringing out the best in others. I'm Jen P. Higgins, personality strategist and Enneagram fluff remover. Get laser focused on who you are and who you aren't, so you're free to make the impact you were born to make. And have fun doing it. Your personality is your business. So let's get down to business. So there's a couple of things that you need to realize before you even tackle this topic of how can I be happier in my life. First of all, you have to recognize that you are not your emotions. You are separate from your emotions, and therefore you don't need to be defined by your emotions. Do you feel like you're known as an angry person, or do you feel like you're known as a happy person? You don't need to be slave to that kind of definition. The second thing you need to recognize is that you are in control of your emotions. Your emotions can control you, but only because you allow them to. And the third thing you need to understand is, what are emotions even for? Now, if you read my book, one of the 9 acknowledgement languages is the emotional yardstick. And what that explains is it's just a measurement. Emotions are just a measurement of the things that we are supposed to remember, of the things that we are supposed to learn. It's a measurement of how much we believe or how much we value something. And so, what our brain does is it takes an emotion and it attaches it to an event, to a past event. And memories are not the event. Memories are just a thought. You thought of the event, therefore, you are remembering. Are you still with me? So then, in order to evoke an emotion, you have to have a thought that evoked that emotion. So if you are unhappy, that means you are thinking unhappy thoughts. Now, Jen, can it really be that simple? Can it just be that simple? If I stop thinking of unhappy thoughts, I will stop feeling unhappy? It could be that simple. But what the struggle is like, well, what do we do? How do we stop? How do we get out of that overthinking trap and get out of the spiral of negative self-talk that's making us unhappy? Well, here are 3 easy ways that you can do it. And they are stinking easy. First, we want to appeal to the senses, okay? So play some happy music. What music evokes happiness in you? Whether it's nostalgic, you know, when that song comes on the radio and you start remembering all the lyrics and you start remembering the last time you were dancing that song, you were probably at a party. Maybe it's when you met the love of your life, and all these memories, happy memories, start come flooding in because of the song that just happened to come on the radio. You need to have a playlist of those things that give you happy memories and boot out all the songs that bring up negative memories or negative emotions. Don't put those in the playlist. They don't make the cut. So, number 1, go find some happy music. Number 2, look through happy pictures. Get a visual of where you were when you were happy. Go look at pictures of people that make you happy, that make you feel good about yourself. Go to a location that has a beautiful view, a beautiful sunrise that makes you happy. And the third thing is happy movement. Now, if you're not a great dancer, but you love to dance, but you're too afraid to dance in front of people, just start shaking. Just start having happy, like, be weird. Do whatever it is that just makes you happy. There's a lot of somatic healing that happens just from shaking, jumping on a trampoline, whatever it is that you can get your body moving is going to help make you happy. And then you just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's what you keep doing in every moment. Now, I don't want this to be an excuse for type 7s and 3s and 8s, my fellow emotional blind types. It's not an excuse to not feel your unhappy feelings. This is an exercise of recognizing and being aware that you are in control of your emotions. Now, if you do this too much without processing negative emotions, those negative emotions are going to keep creeping back. So, of course, you do want to process those negative emotions. I've got a course that's coming up. It's called 7 Steps to Freedom. It's basically how you do Enneagram shadow work. You do not need to know your Enneagram type in order to take this course because it's going to work with any personality type. I'll be doing a workshop before releasing that full course just to get some of the kinks out of it. And of course, this course will be a part of the coach certification program. So if you take it, you can get credit for the coach program later if you choose to take the full Enneagram NLP practitioner course. And now for that bonus 4th. This is really the ultimate. If you can master this skill, and it's not a hard one to master, If you can master this skill, it is a shortcut to feeling happy and sustainable happiness. Because what if you don't have a music playlist? What if you don't have access to pictures, or you can't move unless you're strapped down somewhere? I can think of like traumatic reasons why this might be happening. But aside from that, what if you're in a position where you can't do those 3 simple things? What can you do? And the answer is gratitude. If you can turn whatever it is that is making you unhappy into gratitude, into a gift that is growing you, that is presenting you with something that is going to make you better, that's going to make you a better person, that's going to elevate you and therefore elevate the people that you touch. Anything that can help you renew your mind into thinking in terms of appreciation and gratefulness is going to make you happy. A recent story that I can tell you about this is I mentioned about my broken leg, like, oh yeah, I forgot you broke your leg. And I'm like, yeah, because it was 8 years ago. And that's a long time. I should be over it by now, right? But no, it still impacts me every single day because it's not 100% healed. And it prevents me from working out as full out as I would like to work out. It prevents me from running. It prevents me from tap dancing. One of the things that that was on my bucket list to come back around to when I was empty nesting. And I'm not there yet. And it's been 8 years. And so I can get into stinking thinking and being upset about not being able to have the freedom to do the things that I want to do because of my leg. And what I did is I chose to turn that around, to renew my mind and think about the alternative. I can walk, I can jump, I can sit. I even have full range of motion now. It took 6 years, but I have full range of motion of my leg. I can climb stairs. I can work out. I just can't work out at the intensity that I used to be able to. But I can drive. I can skip. Not like some of those TikToks where the old timers couldn't remember how to skip. I can still skip. There's so many things. I could make a whole list of the things that I can do because of the surgery that I had to have because I broke my leg. So when we start thinking in terms of gratitude, of abundance, of opportunity, we can turn anything that is upsetting us into something to be happy about. What are you going to do today? Are you going to put your playlist together? Are you going to put together a picture album of things that make you happy? Are you just going to go jump on the trampoline or put on some Taylor Swift and shake it off? I hope you find time today to do something for yourself and reconnect to that emotion of happiness that's within you. Until next week, I hope you keep unboxing yourself so you can unleash your power. Thank you for listening, subscribing, and reviewing the Unbox Your Personality podcast. To learn more about yourself, go to powercoachjen.com. Find out how you are different so you can make your difference.